Okay, I hope everybody's having a good time tonight. It really looks it. Yeah? This was one of those ideas that Mr. K had that's just brilliant. He said, let's have a party, and we were like, sure, we can have a party. So, great idea. I really want to welcome all of the students and families, the graduates, the faculty here tonight. And first introduce us. My name's Andrea Roman. I'm one of the co-presidents of South Stage Parents Group. And this is our gimpy Annabelle Cable, who is amazing despite not being able to move around. We have a couple of fun things planned for tonight. I think it just went off. A couple of fun things planned for tonight. Yeah, where's my daughter? All right, I'm going to keep going. Yeah. So bear with me, because I think actually once I heard everybody who wants to give a presentation or say a speech or something, this might take 20 or 30 minutes. So if you want to get drinks or food while it's going on, feel free. Don't worry about it. Well, then I maybe, well, all right. First of all, let me introduce the faculty who's here. We've got Principal Mr. Joel Stembridge. Where is he? Wait, here we are. We've got our Department Chair of Fine and Performing Arts, Ms. Megan Leary-Christ. We have our Director of Theater, Mr. Jeff Knadler. And we have our wonderful director and costume supervisor, Paige Perkinson. And we were so sorry to hear that our technical director, Ryan Spruck, is sick. We want to thank you to Anthony's and the manager, Kevin. If you get a chance to say thanks to him. They are contributing 20% back to South Stage. So anything else that you buy tonight, if you mention South Stage, we get the money for that too, so thanks. I just wanted to say one thing about the South Stage Parents Group and the value of volunteering, because it's one of the things that brings us all together. I like to say at the end of the year how we did on the fundraising, and the great news is that we did over $25,000 of fundraising this year. Thank you so much for all the time you put in. All your financial contributions are so well appreciated, and all the attendance at all the shows, because we had great sellout shows this year, so that all helps a ton. Personally, I'm just extremely proud to be a South Stage volunteer, because this is such a meaningful organization. I mean, our kids get to be challenged, and they get to find what they love. They get to make new friends. They learn skills, and it's very hands-on and experiential. And in addition, it's the arts, and who can get enough of the arts? So we just, I think a lot of us parents who are involved in the fundraising and the other parts of South Stage just feel like it's incredibly meaningful. And I'd also like to just give a thanks to the faculty who take risks all the time in our administration, who lets the faculty take risks with the productions, because they're able to explore themes in these shows that really address some important societal issues, and they get to do it in the safety on the stage in the theater, and just think that's a wonderful thing. So I know I'm over my 30 seconds, but I'm going to finish up by saying, if you see the kids up here having fun, you see the kids all around you having fun, it's because what we do as a parents group, it really matters. I mean, the fundraising that we do and the support that we do, it makes for a more better experience for all of them. So I would encourage all of you to ask yourself tonight, how can I be a South Stage volunteer? What can I do 2 hours a week, 2 hours a month, and just really make a difference here? And we've got a list of things that we're hoping that people can do this next year, so if you'd like to take a look at that, wonderful. We already tonight got a volunteer to be treasurer next year, so thank you so much. All right, So, without further ado, I think the next thing on the program is the seniors would like to give out some awards.
Hi, guys. Okay. We have some awards for our underclassmen friends. They're great. They're cute. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to give our first award. Probably knows how to dismantle a bomb award for her endless amount of handy skills and her impressive ability to quickly respond to challenges. This one goes to Dina Katz. Come on up. You have a certificate. We should have signed it, but we didn't. Okay. Oh, this one does not have a certificate prepared, but it will be there. You want to read this one? All right.
This is the not sponsored Red Bull Award for energy at rehearsal, for his constantly optimistic and determined presence at rehearsal and in the community, to Ricky Halloran.
So this next one goes out, this next award is the Up and Coming South Stage Backbone Award for her perseverance and commitment to bringing amazing stories to life as a costumer and hardworking member of the community. It goes to Isabel Flessis.
Since we are Bostonians at heart, personally I love the New England Patriots, so we decided to give a Tom Brady of South Stage MVP award. And this award goes to someone whose ability to step into any position or situation needed, and she has saved our butts lots of times. This goes to Isabel Gloria.
So, even though he's not here today, this next award, but this will make sense in a second.
Oh.
This next award is the Mini Spruck Award, for his constant commitment to reliably being a second in command and everyone's go-to. This goes to Kevin Zoe.
This one is most likely to perform in the Globe Theatre for their talented charisma surrounding acting, specifically of the classical sort. This is for Viva Fiddler.
Okay, finally we have an award for someone who we are calling Mr. Versatility, for his impressive ability to jump between different responsibilities and do a darn great job at it. So this goes to Bobby Lovett. We love you all very much, and we're very excited for you to take over. And you are the future. Hearts. And the president.
Mr. iPhone 10 Pro.
Oh, go!
You got the 10. You're living.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm Jeff Canadler. Okay, I love you.
I love you too. Am I started now? Now? Okay, now?
Slate yourself.
Yes. I will be performing a monologue. I've been performing since college.
Slate's part of your. You gotta.
Thank you so much to the South Stage Parents Group, especially Annabelle and Andrea and Julie Bauer and Eileen, who organizes our snacks around tech time, and who else? Jess Wilson for posters. Oh my God, I should have prepared. But I've been inspired by our president, who doesn't prepare for summits and things. So I thought no politics. No, sorry. Okay. I, just like our president, know that we cannot be successful unless we all work together. There's one special person I want to thank, a senior who has really helped South Stage all through the year by helping me organize playbills and get actors to show up for their headshot pics and put together the bios and the ads. And not only did we put together some really nice playbills this year, but I got to know Katie so well, and I was so happy and lucky to have you help out all year. So Katie, would you come up here, please? In case you didn't know, Katie was the inaugural South Stage production intern. She made a tiny bit of money to help do all that, and gets to pad her resume even more for that. So thank you so much, Katie. Did we talk about that? Do you want to announce that? So, I want to thank, as Andrew was mentioning, we had a really successful year of fundraising, and a really successful 3 or 4 years, especially, of fundraising. So we have a little bit of money in the bank, and the parents group and I decided to spend a little bit of it, and we thought, a big ticket item that would really improve the audience's experience of our shows, and that was new air conditioning. No. That's not. No, we didn't. Sorry, Mr. Stimbridge. We don't have any control of that. But we thought, let's buy some. Our risers in the lab theater are safe.
That's not it.
They are creaky, but safe. But we thought, let's improve the audience's experience of our shows, because our kids work so hard to put together these fine shows. Let's make sure they're comfortable. So we are spending some money to buy new black box theater seating risers next year, and you can see. So, just like the risers we have now, they will be flexible in terms of configuration. We can do shows in the round, we can do shows in proscenium, but they'll be just much nicer and quieter, and they'll be even more safe. Safer? They'll be even safer. So thank you for all the fundraising. Thank you. Okay, so I have the Senior Theater Arts Awards to give out. But before I do that, I want to make sure that all of the seniors who are leaving us this year know that we are always here for you, and please come back and visit anytime and tell us how you're doing. I love hearing, even if you're not doing theater anymore, I love hearing what you're doing all the way through college. And I've been teaching for a while now. I know I look very young, but I've been teaching at Newton South since 2002, and so now some of those first graduates are almost 30, So it's really cool to kind of see what they're doing either out in Hollywood or in New York or in Chicago. And many of you know Kate Posner, who is just a couple years out of Newton South. She called me on Saturday and said, "I have some tickets for the Tonys. Would you come?" And I'm like,
Oh my God, I saw that.
yes. So it was so awesome to hear from her, and because she was at a stage management conference in New York City and got to know the stage manager of Once on This Island, and got tickets to the Tonys. And I'm like, oh, I have to work on Monday. Darn it! I know Mr. Stembridge would not let me out of work to go to the Tonys. So that's not even true. I sorry, Mr. Stembridge. Sorry. Yeah. So I really love hearing about all the good things that you're going to do, and I know that you will. So I have just a I have just a very small token of my appreciation and our appreciation of you and your journey ahead. It's literally very tiny. But it says, it's a key ring with theater masks on it, and there's a little trinket that says, "Find joy in the journey." And I think that, I hope that reminds our seniors who are moving on that, just like in South Stage, yes, the importance, the performances are important, but really it's about how we grow and get to know each other during the process. And that's just as important as having a good show. So please find joy in the journey. It doesn't matter that much where you end up or what kind of success you find, but just that you are, again, finding joy in the journey. So seniors, before the night's over, please come see me and get your keychain. And so I can... And we can do that right now, and we're going to take a picture. So please, if you're a senior, please come up. Bear with us.
Should we do Rose?
I think we should do have enough people.
Yeah. Yes. I don't want to be alone.
If I kneel down.
Yes, we're on. Come on, Kirk. Come on, Kirk.
I was like, they all look so good together. I was like, oh,
Now we look even better.
okay.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, seniors. Give me your, you want to do it?
Here, I'll hand out.
Oh, yes, please. Yes, okay. Good.
But I want to... Oh, okay, that's right. I just want to speak a little individually. Oh, it's okay. Okay. The stage manager says keep it rolling. Okay, so, boy, this feels like a long speech now. Sorry. So this, if you don't know, the Senior Theater Arts Award has been delivered or awarded at Senior Awards Night, but that took a different turn this year, and so I'm happy that that was kind of why we decided to have a kind of more formal banquet type of thing, so we can give these awards out in a very special way. We have a plaque that all of the names are on that we have engraved. So you'll be able to see those names starting tomorrow. Here's my speech. Many seniors have demonstrated growth and achieved excellence on stage and off over the past 4 years. And these seniors know that collaboration, hard work, and a generosity of spirit are as valuable as talent. So, Wendley Knowlton, will you come up, please?
Hello,
I'm gonna call you up so I can talk about you and for maximum embarrassment. Big-hearted, magnanimous, a mensch. These are ways to describe Wendley Knowlton. She works hard, expresses a joie de vivre, and sets a strong example for everyone around. Wendley makes her performances as Maureen in Rent, the MC in Cabaret, makes them look easy, which would be so annoying if she weren't so relentlessly generous of spirit. Her humility, passion, and open-heartedness have made South Stage a stronger company. Oh. Katarina Martins. If you saw just one of the 28 South Stage shows over the past 4 years, there's an 85% chance you saw a show Katarina Martins helped create. I'll pause while you do that math in your head. It took me about half an hour. Whether performing as Fraulein Schneider in Cabaret or Columbina in Commedia, as stage manager for Eurydice or Fly By Night, or on one of her many various stage crew credits, we've counted on her collaboration, hard work, and generosity of spirit to make our shows run. Thank you, Katarina. Rebecca Shepherd. So Rebecca Shepherd is so quiet and focused during production meetings and so dedicated to her work in the basement costume shop. I had to look up some reviews for her on Yelp for my speech. So these are what Yelp says about Rebecca Shepherd and her work at South Stage. Drama Dude 17 says, "She makes me look better on stage than I deserve to." Costume Maven 23 says, this is a quote, "Never an unkind word about anyone, even if I want to leave pins in their costume." And finally, Tiptoe Tulips 88 says, "Great service, try the Hush Puppies." What? I don't know why that's in there. But Rebecca, for keeping the drama out of the dressing room and on the stage and looking great, thank you for making South Stage a stronger company. And again, thank you to all of our seniors who have made such a great example for our underclassmen. You are part of the reason why South Stage continues to experience a lot of success and growth over the years. So thank you so much. We have someone else to talk to.
Seniors want to come back up.
Hi. Oh, sorry. So we just want to give some faculty thank yous because none of the growth in the community that this whole thing has fostered would have ever happened if we didn't have strong, fearless, capable leaders in front of us. The first faculty nod, there have already been some words spoken, but we just want to give a big thank you to Katie again, our production intern, on behalf of all of the people who have not gone to the ideal J block when headshots should be taken, I want to apologize and thank Katie for her patience. And also for all of the work that she does while just kind of, it seems like she's just another South Stage student just doing their South Stage thing, but in reality she's doing so much more and really committing herself to making this such a great environment. So we just wanted to say thank you again. You already got your flowers. We'd also like to give a big thank you to kind of the big boss. None of this would be happening without Miss Leary Christ, who is our Fine Arts Department coordinator. She is the one who is behind every show, everything that happens in the auditorium. Just all of the things that we take for granted are all engineered by her. So we just want to give a big thank you once again. And you can come up here. We have some flowers for you. Thank you.
Stage. Yeah, Miss Chris.
Hey, so we just wanted to say a few words about our lovely director and director of costumes, Miss Perkinson. Yeah. So I just wanted to say I've been in 4 shows with you, like acting with you as my director, and I just wanted to say I have not learned more about myself, more about myself as a person and as an actor, just as a whole, than from those shows with you. So I just want to say thank you so much. Thanks.
Perk is kind of a superhero. I don't know how she manages to do this, but somehow she is like a super talented working professional actress, and she happens to be like the sweetest, most productive, most amazing member of the faculty that I have ever had the pleasure of having experiences with throughout my time in school at all. She was, I am proud to say, like, she was like my guiding spirit throughout theater, throughout high school. I knew I could always come to her about any problem I had, and she was the most talented, sweet, fun to work with, and amazing director I have ever worked with. I can't say enough about how much she has impacted me and my growth, and I'm sure that applies to most every student here. So thank you so much.
Like in front.
Sorry. Spruck is not here. He's sick, but there's a recording, as there always is with South Stage, so he'll see it later. Earlier this year, when I was master electrician, there was a moment where I was up on the genie, and Kev was on stage, and I was so overwhelmed, and I started crying on the genie. And, sorry. And when that happened, Spruck was the person who made sure that I was okay and that I was learning, and Spruck took this job because he wanted to teach people, and that's clear in everything he does. It's made Tech Theater such a beautiful and wonderful community, and his office is a place where I'm able to spend time with some of the people that I love the most, and I'm so grateful for all the times that I've told him he needs to eat, and he hasn't for a long time, and everything he does is filled with a desire to teach and a desire to love, and he's so appreciated. And I am so jealous of all of you underclassmen who will get to spend more time with him.
Okay, last but not least, he's kind of already here, but come up. It's done. Okay, there's a lot I could say about Mr. K, and I'm sure all of you know a lot of the things I could go on about Mr. K, but I think Finding theater and finding acting and art in general in such a transformative, important part of your life and of your childhood, adulthood is really, really special. Personally, doing Rent, doing cabaret, shows like that really pushed me as a human being and as an actor, were things that changed my life. And I wrote my college essay about it because it seriously did change my life. And I think that Mr. K is, I honestly credit him with the reason these things happen to me, and the reason I am where I am is because of you. And one thing that I think is extra special about Mr. K is his advocacy for younger people and bringing the younger people, the freshmen. I remember when I was a freshman and I saw like Ben Stern and like Max Cooper and I was like, ah! But Mr. K made this community so feel warm and accepting, even on the very first day of high school when I went into intro to acting. And it's a really scary thing to do, and you just make this community bright. You make it wonderful. That's why there's so many people here, is because you are amazing. You are an amazing person. You do amazing work. So we love you very much. We're going to get you some flowers and just say thank you for all you do.
So Mr. Stember just offered to say a few words. I think all the parents feel the same way that Winley just expressed. You're the best, Mr. K.
All right. So I think you know that when Andrea says, I offered, it's not exactly like that. It's, yes, I will. I'd be happy to. That's what I think we say. Can we give our two leaders of South Stage, Andrea and where's Annabelle? Here. Thank you. I was asked, and happy to talk a little bit about the importance of South Stage, and I'm going to do that by talking about the importance of the leader of South Stage, and that is Mr. Knadler. So I'm not going to top what Winley just said, but I'm not going to try. But I'm going to talk about four things: humor, choices, safety, and love. So those are the things I'm going to talk about. So humor, I think, was on display. I also appreciate, as a principal and as a theater geek myself, I appreciate that he humors me by when he often will come into the office and he's on his way to something. He's got one last errand before class starts, and I'll say, Mr. Knadler, Mr. K, and I wish I'm going to put a camera outside my office because he has to do this 180 turn, and I just want to see the expression on his face when he turns, because I think
I can do it for you. Can I do it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think though, you're in a happy space right now, and sometimes when you're going through, you're not. So I think it's a little bit of more of a role. Anyway, as I ask him about, like, have you seen this latest, or can I play this, or can we? And the great thing about Mr. K, and I think you've all experienced this, students and maybe even adults, is that when he takes the time and stops and talks with me, I feel like he gives me that 5 minutes, and it's just mine. And I think he does that for you too, where when he's talking with you, he's just talking to you, and that's a great gift you give us. Choices. As a principal, I will tell you that some of the choices that Mr. Knadler makes me nervous. As a father, they're awesome. As a theater geek, they're awesome. As a principal, they're a little bit. So we started with Naughty Puppets on Avenue Q, and then we have Rent, we have We have Spring Awakening. Thank you. I was thinking, and Spring Awakening, where like everything happened on stage. Everything. Cabaret. We also had Gypsy in there. Was it Gypsy? No, it was Rocky. No, I wasn't thinking Rocky Horror. The other one is
You're in town?
Urinetown, Drowsy Chaperone, Drunken Chaperone. Come on, let's be serious. So I mean, all of these plays. The amazing thing is, I sit in fear in my office, worrying that the community is going to, come say which principal allowed this to go on stage, and I've yet to receive a phone call. Not even one from the community complaining about any of these shows. I think the reason why. Yeah, knock on wood. I just jinxed this. No, the reason why is because I don't think you've ever chosen a show to provoke or to exploit. I really feel like you're choosing these shows because they are important stories that need to be told, experiences for students to explore, and we do that through art. And it's because the choice is about the kids and not about shocking that the people get it. So I absolutely 100% appreciate the choices that you make. Safety. Mr. K is an amazing advocate for student safety, starting with heat or lack thereof, wanting some more cooling. So he's a very strong advocate for that. But he also demonstrates through some of the choices that he makes that he cares about student safety. One is you do not rehearse till 11:30 at night on the week of shows. There's very few high schools that do that. Famously, when I was in high school, my mother came at around 11:45 the night before a show and dragged me off stage, scolding the director. And I've never had to have that conversation with Mr. K about how we shouldn't do that. And so he treats our children as human beings, as people who need rest and sleep in order to do their best. I think that's a way you demonstrate. One of the ways you demonstrate safety. I also appreciate the way you give notes, and that notes happen online, and not sitting in for an hour while you give notes to one particular student at a time. So I think that's another way you demonstrate that safety. And of course, the most amazing thing about South Stage is the safety it provides for our students in terms of a place in our very big school where students feel safe. And for many of our students, I think the theater office and the area around that, and the costume areas and the theater, is the one place in school where they feel confident to be themselves and trusted. And that leads in my last statement about love, which is you've really created this team, this love, this joy around school, around South, and around this time in our students' lives, but also in our parents, our lives as well. And that's a gift that you've given all of us, Mr. K. So thank you very much.
Okay, one real quick thing to kind of wrap it up. Speaking of love, I couldn't ask for better colleagues, and especially not a better close colleague than the one who's standing to my left. We are so lucky that we hired her. There's a huge list of reasons why we are so lucky to have her. But personally, I couldn't ask for a better colleague and friend. And really, she's really the closest person I've ever I've gotten to know. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling a lot. Perk, I adore you, and I couldn't ask for a better colleague. And so today is your birthday, and I am so happy that we could all celebrate it here together. And so.
There's a table.
Candles wouldn't light.
It just didn't.
It's too windy. It's too windy.
Candles wouldn't
It's
light.
okay. It's okay. You're an
I'd like to try to be a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not being very eloquent, but I just want to say that she's a great friend, and she challenges me and helps me be a better teacher and a better director and a better program director. And so I really couldn't ask for a better person to share an office with. So I wanted to give her something really special. This is a little inside baseball, but if you hear me coming down the hall by the jingle of my keys, you probably have heard that there's fewer keys on my keychain. Recently, part of the building has been rekeyed, so there's more like one master key for most things rather than like 27 keys that we used to have. And we all know that with keys come power. And so I am feeling a little bit less powerful these days. And I doubt she is, because look at her, she's as powerful as she can be. But I wanted to give her a lot of things to dangle from her keychain to match her power. So I'm going to open this for you just so I can kind of explain what it is. So I want her to be able to jingle down the hallway and make sure everyone knows she's coming, and to kind of clear the way for her. So I got her some little things to hang from her keychain. Of course, a letter P for Park, a little LED flashlight, and I made this. This looks like a fifth grader made it, but it's a dog tag with Wiley, Paige, and Dave in little hearts on there, and it's very jingly. And then also a little dangle that says "Grow a pair," and it has a pair of ovaries on it. So happy birthday, Burke. We love you.
Texas, we don't have school in June, so I never had big birthday parties, so this is the biggest birthday party I've ever had. I'm excited. Thank you, guys. I don't have a speech prepared. I'm not giving it. Okay. I will not.
So stick around for cake and buy more stuff, because we get 20% of the bill. And thank your server, thank the manager for having us, and thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of the evening.